Hi everyone, welcome back. Are you someone that would like to go from a backyard to a homestead, either converting a backyard into a homestead or literally moving from a backyard to a homestead? Well, I understand that desire. And 15 years ago, my wife and I went from many years of renting to what is now Wineberry Hill. I made so many mistakes. And so I've designed this series, From Backyard to Homestead, to help you avoid making some of the mistakes that I made. And so I thought a good place to just kind of get a baseline and begin is a design concept known as desire paths.
A desire path is the trail people make when they pick the quickest way instead of the paved walk. Repeated steps press the grass and mark the ground, showing the true line between 2 points. These informal tracks reveal how spaces are really used. Wise planners watch them and place walks and crossings where people actually walk.
Over the years, I've come to realize that almost everything follows a kind of desire path. Plants follow very specific rules about where they will and won't grow, or at least grow well. Anybody that's had a pet knows animals have preferences. And so this is, of course, going to be true for livestock. Even inanimate things, or seemingly inanimate things like water, follows a very specific set of rules about where it's going to pool and the way that mud is going to develop on our property. Sometimes we can impose our will on things that are inclined to go a different way than we want. For example, putting in drainage or encouraging water to move to where we actually need it. But other times, we might be working against the thing we're trying to do. Some examples of this are trying to grow plants not suited for your location, climate, or growing zone. Buying chickens because of the way they look or the color of their eggs, not because they're suited for your climate. When we work at cross purposes to the resource we're trying to develop, everyone loses. The plants, the animals, and obviously us. This is a lesson I've had to learn over and over. When we first bought the property here, well, I enthusiastically went to work. Even before we had a place to live, I was going full Popeye the Sailor Man on the property. I built a large, poorly thought out garden, and I built a chicken coop with little thought for what chickens actually need. 2 seasons later, the garden had to be pulled out, and the chickens fed more raccoons than us. My advice starting out is take a really good inventory of everything that's already there. What is the best spot for sunlight over the course of the day? Are some spots on the property wetter, rockier, sandier? What plants and animals already live there? Are you going to be dealing with woodchucks, deer, squirrels, raccoons? This makes me think of an account I read of a man named Pierre Bolduc. Pierre was struggling with beavers causing flooding in Alberta, Canada. But he learned that beavers simply cannot tolerate the sound of running water. Using this insight, he began placing battery-powered speakers, playing the sound of running water in places that he actually wanted the beavers to build a dam. And they would, in fact, build a dam right over his speaker. Sometimes this means we actually end up doing less work when we work with the systems that are already in place. For example, different types of soil challenges. You can remove or change the soil. But think about this. For nearly every type of soil that exists on planet Earth, there are hundreds, if not thousands, of types of plants that will thrive and produce bountifully in the soil just the way it is. Sometimes we're trying to get plants to grow in places they simply aren't suited for. And plants that we might actually love will easily grow in these locations, we just don't know about them. This highlights the value of a detailed inventory. All this information can help you to decide what and where to focus all of your energy prior to putting all that work in. Don't get me wrong, there are going to be many times, if not the majority of the time, we'll need to make major changes on our property. I just bring this point up because I do have some regrets about situations when I rolled through and then later realized, oh, that would have been nice the way it was. Now, both situations, big changes and little changes, are something I'll be talking more about in future episodes of From Backyard to Homestead. And I need your help specifically to make sure that all of the episodes that I currently have planned cover everything that you're interested in. So please, in the comments, let me know if there is a specific topic that you would like covered. Hi everyone, welcome back. Testing one, testing one. Follows certain rules about running up and down the hill. Man, I didn't understand what I had when I kind of rolled through. But like I said, many times we're going to need to make what and where you should focus all of your information. Almost done. Thank you for being patient, my little girlfriend. If I remembered my lines, you'd get your kale sooner. Sorry, my friend. Okay, take two. Back up, put your head back in. Back up, back up, back up. She likes kale. In addition to the upcoming episodes of From Backyard to Homestead, I'm also working on a more detailed guide. And so if you would like to be notified when the guide is available for download, you can join the waitlist in the link in the description. And if you made it this far, well, would you consider doing the YouTube stuff, the liking, subscribing, especially the commenting? It really seems to help YouTube notice my channel. And there are other ways that you can support the channel if you'd like to ensure that I can continue making videos that are interesting to you. And as always, if you like this video, you might like these.